Good morning to another beautiful, clean, crisp autumn morning here in Adelaide. Today I'm going to be adventuring the Fleurieu Peninsula, which is actually the peninsula that Adelaide lies on. This morning I'm thinking of heading 2 hours southeast to Port Elliot, where I've been recommended to go get the Port Elliot Bakery pies. And as you guys might be seeing a common theme here on this channel, I do appreciate a good pie, especially for breakfast, especially after a few hours driving. So it's a beautiful morning. I think I'm going to hit the road after a coffee, of course, and see what this beautiful peninsula has to offer. Yesterday I actually adventured the York Peninsula, which was amazing, and I was originally going to do that for 2 days, but instead I cut that trip short and I've decided to come explore the Fleurieu Peninsula today. But yes, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, I'm Ash. I adventure around, I'm Australian, and I love adventuring this beautiful country that I get to call home. I'm currently in South Australia doing a few South Australian adventures, and I'm just really keen to see what this part of the world has to offer. I haven't been here much, so I'm just kind of winging it, doing a lot of smaller trips to suss out where I might want to do a bigger trip later on. So come along. I need coffee, I need my pie. Well, pie will come in 2 hours time, but I need coffee. Coffee is a must. Okay, so far I've been loving Adelaide, but one small bone to pick. There's no coffee shops open early enough to get a coffee before you drive. It's like 7:40 in the morning and there's no coffee shops open. Please, I just need coffee, and I don't want Macca's coffee. I want coffee. Ned Kelly's Bakery, shout out to you, go off. You're the only people that do coffee before 8 AM on a Sunday in Adelaide, so thank you so much. So let's head down to Port Elliot. Also, does anyone else while they're adventuring have to have a setup like coffee, cameras, vlogging camera, regular camera, just in case there's a cool shot? Water, of course. Sunny's, my phone usually sits there, and GoPro, because you need to capture the cool environments. Definitely have a system in place for all of my gear. And it's definitely equipped for a solo adventure. When people come and visit, will come with me on adventures, I'm just like, not gonna lie, you're gonna be the everything that usually sits on the passenger seat holder. Okay, all of my cameras, lenses at your feet, because sometimes I'm just driving along, see something cool. I'll always have my telephoto on because I find that most of what I want to capture is wildlife. So telephoto always stays on. And then I have my other spare lenses for other things like wide angles for landscape shots, road shots. Especially Jade in Tasmania, by the end of it she knew exactly what lenses to grab for what, and it was great. And shout out Jade, I miss you on my adventures. But yes, let's head down to Port Elliot. Just arrived in the beautiful little town of Port Elliot, and I'm having a wander around before I'm heading to the bakery. I was not expecting this again from this little town. I don't know why I hadn't really had this on my radar before somebody told me about the bakery, but I'm sure glad that they did. I'm gonna have a wander, go find a pie, and then I think I'm going to go eat it by the beach. This morning's pie is a chicken and mushroom one from the Port Elliot Bakery, and it looks good. I love me a good breakfast pie. It's good, but the satay one from Kipling's Bakery was better. But I'm gonna enjoy this whilst watching this view. How did I time this? I had no idea. How? I had no idea. Apologies for the chaos that just ensued. I didn't know that the Cockle steam train was actually a steam train. It's coming, and I'm gonna take a picture of it. Except I'm gonna take a picture of it right near the beach, like here. I'm so excited. I don't know which way it's coming though. I know it came from this direction, but I don't know whether it's already gone all the way down and then coming back. So I'm gonna set you guys up and I'm gonna get a picture that I've been waiting for. Well, I was not expecting that, especially here of all places. So that was a really cool experience, especially being so close to that steam train. I am now going to head around the peninsula to Deep Creek National Park, see what that beautiful part of the world has to offer, and then slowly head up the west coast and chase that sunset as well. It's still quite cold here, so I'm not sure whether I'll get in. The weather's overcast, so it's not really good for snorkeling, so I think I'll leave that to a later date. But come with me on the west coast of this beautiful peninsula. Just made it to the middle of Deep Creek National Park and there's an abandoned mine here, so I thought I'd get out and have a walk around. It's starting to rain, but it's probably the perfect weather to explore a national park. That way's to the lookout, this way's to the mine. I might go the mine first and leave the lookout till after so I actually know what I'm looking at. So this is an old lead silver mine. So there's all of the old shafts, all of the old infrastructure here. So I think it'll be really cool to just have a wander and see what this place is about. This is actually one of my favorite things to do when I travel, is to just drive down through national parks, through little villages, and find things that were kind of on the map but I didn't know much about, and then just go for it and see what I can find when I'm there. I find that that's the way you get the most organic perception of a place without going in there knowing everything and chasing a particular photograph of a particular location. I find, oh, that's cool. I have to look at the map. I find that just going in with no preconceived notions is sometimes the best way to see a place. Don't get me wrong, definitely go and do a little bit of research, especially while you're there after you've gotten those initial perceptions, so then you make sure you don't miss out on anything. But I also think that just going in and seeing what you can see is also something that shouldn't be discounted. Oh, I was not expecting this. This is an example of what I was just talking about. So these are the main shafts ahead of us. If you look closely, you might find some pieces with galena and pyrite in them. Shaft is really deep. I'm gonna actually go the way it says. I'm gonna go down the steep hill. It said that this takes 2 hours, but I can't see how it would take 2 hours. Let's go down here and see what it has to show us. Jeez, that is deep. See all the leaching from all the mineral concentrations. Some of the tailings. All mullet keeps. One big thing about me is that a little rain will never stop me having a good adventure. In fact, I find that sometimes rainy weather keeps, oh, thank you, plant, keeps a lot of people from visiting locations like this and just locations in general, and it means that you get to see it in a more peaceful way, and it's so beautiful. Look at the copper flocculations and iron staining back there. The orange, bright orange, that's typical of a lead and silver mine. All of this is all the waste material from the mine, just sitting there. Here we are, this is galena. So you actually can get and extract silver from galena. So there's little silver flecks, that's galena inside of the quartz. That's just been broken open. I just walked past it down there. Well, that was actually a really enjoyable way to spend the rainy weather. The sun's starting to come out, so I think it's time to hit the west coast of this beautiful peninsula and go and see where I can see sunset from and see some of the coastline. Let's get going along the west coast. Oh my goodness, I was actually this close to skipping out on this little part of the peninsula, and I am so glad I didn't. I pulled up and the water from the overcast weather at the moment is aqua, and the cliffs are just going in and I can see the cave, and this is so cool. It also looks like you can camp here. This is wicked. Really glad that I followed my hunch and I just came here. So glad I did. Let's go up and see that cave. Off to the cave up there. One thing I have to marvel at is the rounding of all of these rocks. They're really cool. Look at it. That's awesome. I honestly am so keen to get down here. It's such a unique landscape for Australia that you don't see very often. So when you get the chance, I always get so excited at seeing the different rock formations, the earth surface processes, and just the environment that it comes in. Oh, solo travel like this makes me so happy. Look at it. Look how flaky it is. Okay, the weather's starting to really set in, but I'm at a little beach here on the west coast of the peninsula, but it is really, really cold right now. So cold. I'm gonna have to put these ones into the too hard basket for this trip because they're all the way up there. You need to be low tide, and my ankle's a bit too sore to be going all the way along those rocks. I don't know why, but this beach kind of reminds me of Tasmania and the UK as well. Definitely Tassie. So cold. I need a jacket. Need to go and get a jacket. Oh wow, I've come here to the top of one of the coastal cliffs, and here is where I'll stay for the next 20 to 30 minutes for sunset. I was going to try and hit another point along the coast before then, but you know what? It's pretty bloody beautiful here. This place is unreal. It's like Mars. There's so many people here doing baby photographs and getting married. It's crazy. This place is unreal. But the clay is starting to get really, really slippery, and I'm going to tap out because I don't want to end up on my bum scooting down there. Well, I think this is where I leave you guys for this adventure video. It's now starting to really come down with rain. I'm just going to head back up along the west coast, back to Adelaide, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, as it really supports my channel, as well as hitting that like button also, as it tells me that you guys are enjoying this content. And let me know where are the places you've been around Adelaide and where I should check out next time I'm down. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.